and went into a time when women choose the men who approach them based on their preferences. This period was founded by women. Before this, partnerships were coupled up by parents of families coupling a pair. Now, a lady can choose to accept one of the two men who approach her, or she can reject both of them. Because most of us know that women want to be the center of attention, or that they will suffer to be with a guy who other women would fight for. This is the reason why men avoid approaching women. The majority of men nowadays would choose to do transactional relief rather than risk humiliation and not receiving relief, since this game is a brutal pair system.
I just realized about relationships. A guy starts off by putting 100% in the beginning of a relationship. And over time, that will slowly go down from like 100 to 95 to 90 to 80 to 85. And then you notice, and you only notice when it goes down to like 75 or 80%, and then you say something. And then when you say something, he puts back 5% effort and you're content. You're like, okay, he put in some effort, but it never goes back up to 100 or 90 or 95. It just goes from like that 75 to 80. And then it goes back down again to like 70. And then it goes down to 60. Long story short, it'll just go back down to 10% when it started at 100. I'm not saying all men do this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as a woman, I feel like we invest more time and put in more effort as the relationship goes on because it becomes more and more serious. Moral of the story, if you're dating a guy and he starts off at 100% effort and you're noticing over time it's slowly going down, I just think that you deserve better.
Consequently, this lady claims that men begin by giving their all and it decreases to 60 to 70% until she nags him. It then increases briefly before declining once more, leading her to draw the conclusion that women tend to contribute more in relationships over time. Right, which is why I hear men complain that they aren't having any fun in the bedroom anymore. Their woman now weighs 200 lbs, and the men are always running around trying to make her happy by jumping whenever she says to. But to no avail because women give so much more. Tell me another fairy tale. Men who know how to give something their all and achieve their goals. Women frequently lack clarity about their desires, but they are certain that whatever they do possess is unique. Men come to this knowledge when they learn they were mistaken and acquire what they first believed they desired. When men and women can be what other people desire, but are never able to have because the person they are with is far more awesome than they could ever hope to be in a relationship with, both of them can give everything all the time. The only question that remains is whether there is a better way to communicate this to the other partner so that the outcome is 200% satisfaction. If women are truly interested in men approaching them, then they must acknowledge that sometimes this will happen at the park when all you want is some solitary time. Men are not mind readers, so we don't know when you just want some solitary time. That's just part of being a woman. If this is seriously causing you problems, then there's a problem. Just be kind and firm when saying no if you are not interested, just as men shouldn't act rudely when they approach you. Is this really that hard?
Stop approaching women when they're alone.
No, men are weird. Stop talking to women you don't know.
No, single men. Why are you don't pursue anymore? What's up?
No.
I hate when men approach women.
So should a guy ever approach a girl in public?
I don't think so, no.
This year, I decided I'm going to go the full year without using any dating apps. However, I still want to meet people. So tonight, it's Friday, I'm going to go out by myself.
Just passing a beer garden that was full of people with their friends. It's okay. I don't know what I thought. I genuinely thought that I was gonna meet people. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna keep trying. But it was really hard.
This question is for the guys. So, why don't men approach women anymore?
Women want men to fill their cups, even when they are empty, and they won't refill theirs in return. Then becomes very angry when he travels to another place to get it filled. Nonetheless, once she has emptied him, she anticipates filling hers someplace else. For males, having sex is essentially illegal, whereas for women, it is an innocent, guilt-free, and consequence-free pleasure. Men should not use intoxication as an excuse for improper behavior, which includes touching or even just chatting in a way that makes women uncomfortable. Women who get intoxicated and have sex with men may later claim that they were unable to give their permission. Because the odds are now so heavily stacked against men, It is no longer worth taking the risk. Where have all the good men gone? They went elsewhere in search of a good woman. Social media is teaching women that men must meet definite standards in order for their presence to be accepted. Specific height, specific income, etc., instead of wanting a loving and devoted partner. Finding a partner who can support an opulent lifestyle and look beautiful doing it has grown increasingly appealing. When the attraction wanes, a very lucrative divorce happens. If anything, women should now think about approaching males. Cherished ladies, a man won't really dislike you if you just walk up to him. But in the other direction, you would probably dislike it if a random guy approached you without even knowing how he looks or conducts himself. Therefore, there's a greater chance that a guy will at least hear you out if you approach him as a woman. In a manner, he will respect your chance to speak with him and won't try to discredit you. Therefore, I guess I really feel that because of the way humanity has changed with the advent of social media, women should approach males today. If this is also the case, lots of men and women are exposed to this garbage in the media. Maybe it's time for women to start approaching guys and force a paradigm change. While there's nothing wrong with a woman approaching a man today, keep in mind that she's not giving her all if you're not having sex. Are you still dating if there isn't any sex? When dating without intimacy, you should always put up friendship-level effort, which depends on how the other person handles you and might even be associate or acquaintance level. If a lady disregards your previous attempts to win her over, it indicates she doesn't think you deserve her love and you should find someone else. Whether she likes you or not, or if she has other interests she chooses, sex clears up a lot of problems. The fact that you had sex with her essentially makes you accept it and convinces you that you've already been compensated. So following the sex, you would be open to going on a date with her or doing anything else she requests. Sexual sex does not create relationships. It's an act that conveys your sincerity to a man. It doesn't matter if it is true or not, since having sex is a wonderful experience that guys desire. Why would I go up to a lady when even those who appear to heartily applaud you, only to give you a false sense of security, then criticize you right away? I'm unable to trust that a woman is being sincere when she pays me a real compliment or shows interest in me without insulting me. At that point, I don't even know what to respond, so I choose to ignore them rather than take a chance. This has happened to me several times. The trend of men minding their own business or doing anything else they want is something I applaud. The relationship between men and women is so deeply damaged and full of hatred that neither side needs to approach the other. Instead, we should turn our attention inward and practice basic kindness and compassion towards all living things. If you haven't realized the truth yet, brothers, stop playing the game and dedicate all of your attention to the development and purification of your soul. Everything else is just minutia and chaff after that. You will remain a victim of the game as long as you are attempting to outwit opponents or find ways to get an advantage. It's a fact that real men these days go their own way. They know how to avoid getting slapped down by women, face harassment charges, pay hefty legal fees, go to jail, have their lives destroyed, and suffer throughout their entire existence on Earth just because they found an attractive woman and tried to get close to her. Your consciousness needs to change. Spending time with mannerless ladies is not worth it. There are so many other things in life to do. That's all for today, gentlemen. Please remember to press the like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and turn on the notification bell to ensure that you never miss an upload.